See, another point that anti-gamers like to say is that games take away a social aspect that people get with hanging out with their friends. But if you take a little time to look at what you're arguing about, you see that most popular games now are all about multiplayer. That means more than one, as in social interaction. See, the anti-gamers like to say all these negative effects about video games, but truth is, they're very ignorant towards their subject. All the myths and bullshit generated around video games, like that it zombifies you or that it's the major cause of child obesity, all stem from ignorance. But it is a well-known fact that some gamers in the Chernobyl area have mutated into a species of subhuman troglodytes gaming secretly from far below the Earth's surface. Truth is, video games have a lot of good effects on teens, like increasing mental activity in general, better logical and problem-solving skills, increased vocabulary, and many others. Games, despite what people say, do incorporate teamwork, social activity, and strategizing. It does not, however, do a lot of the things people would have you think it does. It doesn't teach you how to maintain and clean an AK-47. Well, that is only until Wii gunsmithing and Wii terrorism come in. One thing that is a major problem in the gaming community is that, well, girls don't have the same attraction, it seems, to violence as guys do. Unlike G.I. Joes, you never saw a Barbie with a bottle rocket attached to it, unless it was a guy's dude. This means there aren't many girls playing online video games, so hardcore gamers don't get a high dosage of female contact. This leads to a form of underlying sexism amongst gamers. So you get stereotypes like all girls who play games are overweight, lesbians, insane, or fat crazy lesbians. Of course, these are not true, but they make it even less likely to see a girl online, thus leaving all those unfortunate gamers in the dark about women. What sexism have you encountered in the gaming community?
Well, yeah, actually there is kind of sexism in gaming. Like, whenever I sign online or something, guys hear my voice and they immediately start hitting on me because they know I'm a girl. Or they just think I'm like 400 pounds or something like that because I am a girl and I am playing online. Or they just write me off as a bad gamer because I'm a girl.
What do you see as good effects of video games on teens and young adults?
I suppose they build teamwork and they're fun. I'm inside playing video games instead of breaking into houses, I suppose. Or some stupid sort of logic like that.
I'm not aware of any positive impact from video games whatsoever. And if I had my way, they wouldn't be around.
I'm a better problem solver. I'm able to do things faster, and I'm also a lot better at multitasking for sure, because I've got to talk on the phone and play video games at the same time.
The relation between video games, teen violence, and sexual content. Now there's a fun-filled subject. Been brought to the public's attention many times before, and brought up again with the Mass Effect shenanigans, where you see some wicked hot blue alien shoulder. But the argument still remains. Some argue that there isn't even a relationship. Others say that it's a positive thing that detracts from teen violence, and others debate that it's one of the sole causes of teen violence. With violent games like Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto, and Manhunt, it's no wonder people think violence in games will affect us. But then you have to say to yourself, do I really think it's okay to shoot cops because it let me in a video game? With all these people running around saying it's video games' fault that violence happens, when in fact violent crimes have gone down in North America ever since video games came out. While conversely, cases of strained thumb syndrome have skyrocketed. Maybe the odd whack job out there does get a little loopy after going up in a building and playing God with a sniper rifle, then goes out and decides to do it in real life. But that doesn't mean every person who plays games is going to end up like that. You would think that people would have enough trust in this generation to be able to distinguish real life from a virtual world. In the end, video games are never going to be the real reasons behind our problems. When everything's done and over with and we're standing here looking at ourselves in the mirror, there's only one thing that's causing our problems, and that's us. We are the only people who cause our problems, and we're the only ones who can fix them. In the end, if some kid goes and shoots up his school and people say he did it because of violent video games, then they're wrong. He didn't do it because of violent video games. He did it because he's a batshit insane asshole. If video games didn't exist, people would be blaming whatever else he did in his spare time, and they would never come to the real problem, that he's a batshit insane asshole, and it all comes down to the individual. Well, I guess the video's almost over, but there's one last question. What do you think you would be doing if video games didn't exist?
Masturbating.